this again, well, say it's a photo of, I can't remember the actual date, but I would say somewhere about 38, 1939, 40, around that period, where I was a young, well, say a young lad, in the factory at Johnson and Phillips. I expect there's a lot of people around who remember that. I'd done 30 years there. But that's me in the middle with my old workmates. We was all, well, not kids, but I think we led the form with a bit of a dance at times. We all had other names rather than our own born names. We was all bees and God knows what. But I can still remember these lads and a few anecdotes, little laughs and that we've had. But just a reminder. Yeah. This again is just, well, myself. I think I must be last in a walking race at Johnson Phillips Sports Day down at Kidbrooke. As I say, well, as you know, the big firms used to have a sports day and all the departments. And this is just me. I couldn't run very fast, but I was trying to walk. I don't think I'll come anywhere, but yeah. Yeah, again, this is, well, outside at Johnson and Phillips, outside the canteen one Saturday when, I say the department, the old switchgear department as I worked in, going off on our yearly Beano. That year it was down to Margate, and as you can say, everybody's on their best attire, and I don't know if you can just see it in the back of the coach, in the window there. It might be visible that there's the crates of beer in the coach, so it was a good old beer up like for the boys. But that was a regular thing with all the local factories, a yearly Beano. I was in holiday camp in 1947, just after the war, and of course there it's like we still have today, beauty queens and that. And part of the ritual was they used to also have what they called a King Kong. And then like at sea, the crossing the line ceremony, you'll see perhaps other photos, the barbers and that used to have to clean up and dress. It was what we called in them days a sod's opera. And I say that was in 1947 at holiday camp in Weymouth. Yeah, this again, I say the holiday camp was all out near Weymouth, and this was my friends. We used to do this just for a laugh, for a skit, amongst ourselves. I say we were younger then, and you can see we just dressed up there as, well, natives or that, and what we done to get our colour, we see the girls in the kitchen at the camp, and they'd give us big tins of gravy browning powder. We put them in the bath and then jumped in and all browned ourselves. And then we used to go around the camp and capture all the young girls. It was all right for us boys, but we used to take them all prisoner like. So just fun and games while you. Right. Well, this again, as I say, it was part. I thought possibly. Celebrating Jubilee time, or again how I spent my younger days, shall we say, spent youth. But this was actually taken, soon after the war, so as a tie-up, possibly with the war, that was on holiday, and I met the three people there, were just friends I met on the holiday down in Weymouth, and it was just, I say we was having fun again, but it's good memories of me of that period just after the war when everybody was coming back, or the men from the forces, and it was a holiday camp there. It was just for adult people only, no children. And as I say, after the war, there was everybody making up for lost time with this. They drinking, and love lives and everything. So,
can you remember who those people were?
Yeah, the two there were just like the two other gentlemen or lads there, the two brothers. I met them. That's where I first met them. And I knew them up until they died. A few very close friends, holidayed with them. But I met them, and the other young lady, she was there with her boyfriend at the time, which she's still alive, But so I met them again on that holiday. I was just there, and they were complete strangers. But they finished up, because like myself, when I like to think I make friends. I make them for life. They're not, wishy-washy. But no, that's, as I say, is might find a couple of other folk there from that. Yeah. So this was just clothes we used to take when we went to the holiday camps, as you see now, was where we was all natives and that, and this was old, which I'd bought in Duns at Woolwich, the Victorian straw hat we had, and the old striped blazer, which was typical Victorian clothes, but we used to use them just for dressing up, and what we used to put on a sod's opera, right, which was a fun and games, like. Yeah. This, is a follow-on, as I mentioned earlier, with the at the holiday camp. This is the same year. Actually, the three people in the front, it's myself at the back, but I met them three lads. We was all strangers, like, but I've been friends with them ever since. And the chappie, as you look at it on the left at the front, his name is surname Martin, and he's ex-sailor, so I still know him as Pincher Martin, because apparently in the old days, all Martins in the Royal Navy were known as Pincher. Apparently it goes back to many centuries back. Someone was a bit of a good thief named Martin, so in the Royal Navy now everybody Martin is a pincher. And I say that's, again, that very hot summer.
Could you tell something about the other two?
Oh yeah, there I say, the fella there is Jock. I met him, and the other... No, on the right is Jock, yeah. And the other two are brothers. The other two, as I say, the one on the left is, Percy, or Pincher as we called him, and his brother Tony in the middle. But I say, I met them all that time ago on that holiday, and still good friends. This again, I say, the old holiday camp, just after the war we used to go away, and this used to be like the old same thing as on the cruise liners, crossing the line. They used to have this, picking a beauty queen and then just pick a Tarzan, as they used to call it, and then the barbers and so forth, and the ladies in waiting. It used to be a bit of a skip, last for about an hour, fun and games, the same as on the crossing the line on the cruise liners. Well, this is a change now. We're coming up to date. You can see colour photography and a charming young Chinese lady there, and some old codger from Blackheath. This was just a shot from... I was very privileged last year. I had a 2-week holiday travelling China. Walked on the Great Wall, saw the Terracotta Army, visited Shanghai. A great time. Very tiring, but an experience. Tiananmen Square, of course, the Forbidden City. Very tiring, but a holiday. I recommend it to anybody who wants a good holiday.